Hey guys, it's Paul from Coding Hopefuls, and today I want to be going through one of the key concepts in Java known as encapsulation. I am in no means an expert at this, as I'm still relatively new to Java, and this is also my first video. So bear with me with my explanations. I may not be able to explain it so thoroughly, but I'll give it my best go. I might just be able to show it better through examples. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this is just to better myself in my knowledge of Java. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm doing these videos, because I think it will help to improve my knowledge of some of the, especially some of the key concepts in Java, such as encapsulation. Okay, so anyway guys, let's go for it. So encapsulation, what do I understand by encapsulation? I believe, from my understanding, encapsulation, which is also known as data hiding, is basically the correct way or the correct method of allowing classes to interact with each other's variables, being that those class variables are private. Okay, so let me just go through an example with you. So here we've got our class, our encapsulation example class on top, and underneath it I'm just going to create another class. So class student. Okay, and I'm going to create two private variables. So private int, which is age, and private string for name. Okay, because every student has an age and a name. Okay, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create methods that are called setters and getters. Okay, so we just go to source. Now you can do this manually by typing out yourself, but why not when we can just generate it? Yep, we want it for age and we want it for name. Okay, so what do these methods actually do? So let's look at the set age one. So what the set age one does, it allows other classes to set the age of a student. Okay, whether it's a student objects that we create, it allows it to set the age of that student objects that is created. And also if we look at the set name one, it allows us to set the name of a student object which we will create. Okay, and also we've got the get name and the get age, which basically helps us to retrieve the data. Okay, so if we've set the name to Edward and we want to retrieve that data back, we just use the get name or the get age to retrieve the age. Okay, so on top here in our top class, in our encapsulation example, we are going to create a student object. So student, let's call it A is equal to new student. All right, okay, and now this student object A, we are going to give it a name of, let's say, Edward, and give it an age of 15. Okay, so A dot set name, let's call it Edward. Oh, Edward. And A dot set age, let's give it an age of, what did we say, 15? I think. Oh, 15. It's not a string. Okay, now this student A, I've set the name to Edward and I've set the age to 15. Now some people say that how do I know that that particular student A has a name? They might say, how do I know it's worked? Okay, so one way of showing that it's worked is finding, let's print out the get name and get age methods. Okay, so in theory, get name should print out Edward and get age should return 15. Okay, not print out, they should return. So get name should return Edward, get age should return 15. Okay, I'm going to use the system.out.println to print those out. So system.out.println. So get name, or a.get name, a.get name. I'm going to leave a little bit of space just between, and a.get age. Okay, so we should be able to, oh, there, that's what it variables. We should be able to print those out, and it should print out as Edward with a little bit of space and 15. Okay, so we're going to run it. Boom. Lovely. So here in our console we've got Edward and we've got 15. Okay, so the get name has returned Edward and the get age has returned 15, just like what we set up. So it does work. For some of you that might be a little bit skeptical, so the set age, the getters and the setters, they do work, and this is what we call this method of us getting access to other classes private variables and setting them is what we call encapsulation. Okay, because all of these, the private int and the private string, they are hidden. Okay, so for example, if I was just going to say a dot age is equal to 15, it is showing me errors. Okay, now if this if the integer, the age variable was public, so if we just took away the private, you can see that the error has now gone. But as soon as we put in the private, we can see that the error appears. Okay, because the class, the encapsulation example class, cannot see the age. So as you can see that it says change visibility of age to package. All right, so that's going to be shared between all of them. But yeah, that's what encapsulation is, guys. All right, so I might have waffled a little bit there towards the end and talked a little bit of nonsense. Please forgive me, but yeah, this is my first video. I do hope to do more videos. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more confident as well, explaining some of the methods, because sometimes you may understand the method in your head, but sometimes getting it out and trying to explain it, you might find sometimes a little bit hard. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing some of your comments, whether you found that video helpful or whether you found it a complete waste of time. Take care and see you guys later.